Welcome back, MMA fans. Today we are breaking down a massive wave of groundbreaking updates, heated fighter rivalries, and contract bombshells that are completely reshaping the combat sports landscape.
How you doing?
Man, how you doing?
Good. Everything good?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a big streamer now.
Yeah, I love it, man. I get to be a big kid.
I love you. You always have a personality for that shit.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All right. Good to see you.
Yad Hudden, WMF. The White House set to host historic UFC Freedom Fights 250. Initial preparation is officially underway on the south lawn of the White House as construction crews build out a specialized temporary arena for bronze UFC Freedom Fights 250. Onlookers observed technical teams assembling heavy-duty overhead lighting rigs on Monday morning. The temporary structure is engineered to accommodate an exclusive audience of approximately 5,000 invited VIP guests. Scheduled for Drom 14th, this highly anticipated fight card marks the first time in history that a professional promotional sporting event will take place on the White House grounds. Adding to the spectacle, the historic event coincides precisely with President Donald Trump's 80th birthday.
What time is it in China?
What level of MMA would you say I'm at?
Bro, you UFC level, bro. You UFC level, bro. For sure. Because you've been training all your life, and then you're good. Just, I know.
Can I compete in the UFC?
You can, absolutely.
Yeah?
You can. There is guys worse than you.
In the UFC?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yes. But, of course, we know you have to win couple professional fights and wait till your turn. And because you have name, maybe make some 3, 4, 5 fights, and then maybe hopefully short notice or contender series, out wrestling somebody, jump in the UFC. But to stay in UFC, this is hard.
Yeah.
You know, because they give you a 4-fight contract, and minimum you have to win 2. Minimum to stay.
In the same context, Kamaru Usman weighs in on Khabib's rise to superstardom. Former welterweight king Kamaru Usman shared an intriguing perspective regarding the career trajectory of Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov. Co-hosting the latest episode of the Pound for Pound podcast alongside former double champion Henry Cejudo, Usman stated that Nurmagomedov's unprecedented global popularity was heavily accelerate fierce rivalry with Conor McGregor.
Fuentes is the guy that is very exciting and interesting to me.
But I think he say that just because he think I'm easier fights than Ian Garrett, bro.
You think that he thinks you're easier?
I think so.
Why?
Not easier, but less hard. Let's say.
But
Let's say the better.
Why would he think?
According to Usman, elite athletes require an iconic antagonist to transcend sports and achieve true legendary status. Below is a transcript of their analytical breakdown. Usman Khabib isn't the Khabib we know today without Conor. He achieved greatness because of his elite skills and absolute dominance, but you still need that ultimate foil. You need that iconic villain to conquer, to catapult yourself to that next tier of stardom. Bilthin revealed, Biltandil method sen limumaful to life. Lightweight star Paddy Pimblett has issued a fiery response to critics questioning his physical conditioning.
Khabib is not Khabib without Conor. Khabib is not Khabib, he is now without Conor. He is that because obviously his talents and how good he was. But you needed that foe, you needed that bad guy to vanquish to get you there.
So is Kamaru Usman because of Kobe?
I mean, I wasn't even gonna say it like that.
I think he's part of it.
You're right.
I think he's part of it,
100%.
but you have Masvidal, Woodley. You've always had a lot of great dance partners. This is why I feel like the bad guys.
YouTube vlog documenting his preparation. Pimblett stepped onto the scale exactly bronze 7 weeks out from his upcoming clash against Benoit Saint Denis at UFC 329. The digital scale registered at 86.6 kg, 191 pounds, revealing that the Liverpool native must shed approximately to hit the official lightweight championship limit of 155 pounds. The footage triggered intense backlash across social media platforms, with fans and pundits criticizing Pimblett's habit of gaining substantial weight outside of active training camps. Also,
I'm teaching the youth valuable skills. No, dude, that's not. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now this way. Now you push it up.
Push it up.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
like this?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I mean, you would probably already know how to do that, so.
Could that? I mean, yeah, dude, it definitely can.
What's that mean?
I would imagine this is how an African rebel would feel as he's getting kids to load the belt-fed machine gun.
So Carlos Prates reacts to Islam Makhachev's matchup preferences. Rising contender Carlos Prates has offered a strategic theory regarding why lightweight champion Islam Makhachev might favor a matchup against him rather than Ian Machado Gary. Sitting down with Daniel Cormier on Cormier's YouTube channel, Prates argued that Makhachev perceives him as a structurally less dangerous puzzle to solve compared to the undefeated Irish welterweight. The assertion has raised eyebrows across the MMA community given Prates' terrifying track record. He has decisively finished Shopify 13 of his last 14 opponents, with Ian Machado Gary standing alone as the only fighter to ever take him to a decision without being stopped. The dialogue from the interview went as follows. Makhachev is a fighter who finds my style exciting and intriguing. However, I believe he makes those comments simply because he views me as an easier night at the office. Sean Strickland trains the youth and targets Anderson Silva's legacy. Former UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland recently shared footage of himself mentoring young children, claiming he was instilling essential life skills. Moi find them Nina, Fomin, Sebu Wild. Strickland Davidin Lou Winov Hednapun Wild. Oh, absolutely. Look here, slide it this way. Now push it directly upward.
You always think I'm a fat bastard, but the weight's actually sound. You can all think what you want. You have all these stupid dietitians and fight dietitians posting pictures of me. You're all, you gang of bums. You can't even make your own fighters make weight. First time we've seen 85. Yeah, first time we've seen 85, which is nice. Up 86.4. How's that 85.7?
In addition to his training videos, Strickland participated in a live broadcast with content creator Nina Drama, where he boldly claimed he would dominate Anderson Silva during the Brazilian legend's prime. Also, Merab Dvalishvili praises Giorgio Petrosian's MMA potential. Reigning bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili believes that combat sports icon Giorgio Petrosian possesses the raw attributes required to compete at the highest level of mixed martial arts. The two elite athletes recently crossed paths during an interactive live stream, where they engaged in a grueling Rodforge 5-round MMA sparring session. While Dvalishvili utilized his signature grappling pressure to control the majority of the action across all 5 frames, he came away thoroughly impressed by Petrosian's adaptability. Following the workout, Dvalishvili offered high praise, stating that Petrosian is already fundamentally superior to several athletes currently signed to the UFC roster. Rampage Jackson's intense confrontation and reunion with Dana White. Former light heavyweight champion Quinton Rampage Jackson nearly lost his temper during a recent live broadcast involving Canadian Olympic weightlifter Bodhi Santavi, who represented his country at the 2024 Olympic Games. Santavi narrowly avoided a physical altercation after deliberately bumping into the MMA legend as a prank. Jackson immediately took offense to the physical contact and issued a stern warning. In addition, Wang Kong ignites war of words with Valentina Shevchenko. Chinese standout Wang Kong has launched a blistering social media attack against reigning UFC women's flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko. More than 10 years ago, Kong secured a unanimous flea round decision victory over Shevchenko in an elite kickboxing match at Kunlun Fight 33 in China. That historical bout served as Shevchenko's final appearance in professional kickboxing before she transitioned full-time to MMA. Shevchenko and her fan base have consistently argued that the judge's decision was heavily influenced by hometown bias. However, official records permanently recognize Kong as the victor, a credential she frequently uses to lobby for a highly lucrative UFC rematch. While Kong is not scheduled to compete on the upcoming Braun Strowman UFC Macau fight card, she will attend the festivities as an official guest fighter. Shevchenko is also booked to attend the event, but Kong claims the champion is actively avoiding any direct interaction. According to Kong, the promotion initially organized a joint fan Q&A session featuring both athletes, but Shevchenko allegedly refused to participate. Expressing her frustration on social media, Kong criticized Shevchenko's professionalism. Valentina and I were originally booked by the promotion to share the stage for a joint UFC Macau fan Q&A.
How would a fight between you and Anderson Silva go?
I mean, him up.
Okay.
I think there's a big level difference now. If you could take Anderson Silva and bring him in the modern time, you would probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, every generation gets better and better and better. Now, so it's kind of one of those hard fights to say, well, would I beat this guy up? Well, yeah, like, naturally the sport's getting better.
However, she formally requested that the UFC remove her from the appearance because she flatly refused to stand on the same stage as me. As someone who has already lost to me, it is glaringly obvious she is terrified that I will expose the truth behind her fabrications. She is nothing more than a sore loser entirely devoid of class. She is a habitual liar who simply cannot accept defeat. Furthermore, I openly classify her as box office poison because delivering boring, uninspired fights is the only thing she truly excels at. Conor McGregor approaches final stanza of UFC contract. Mixed martial arts icon Conor McGregor is rapidly approaching the end of his contractual obligations with the UFC, with only Bronze 2 fights remaining on his current deal. McGregor is scheduled to make his long-awaited return to the octagon on Shredalmaj Teplitslaki during International Fight Week at UFC 329, where he will face featherweight champion Max Holloway following a competitive hiatus lasting nearly 5 years. According to prominent MMA journalist Ariel Helwani, this contractual status introduces an incredibly complex business dilemma for Dana White and the UFC hierarchy, as McGregor has reportedly rejected all initial offers to sign a contract extension. McGregor remains the most lucrative draw in the history of combat sports. Major global streaming operations like Netflix are reportedly prepared to offer astronomical sums to secure his broadcast rights as a free agent. This presents a massive structural challenge for the UFC, which has struggled to cultivate a superstar capable of replicating McGregor's peak commercial metrics. No active MMA fighter has matched his pay-per-view buy rates, drawn comparable mainstream media attention, or appeared on the prestigious Forbes highest-paid athletes list since McGregor last accomplished the feat back in Braun Dawson 21. Should McGregor emerge victorious against Max Holloway, the UFC will likely face unprecedented financial pressure to retain his services.
Why would he think that you're less hard than Ian?
I don't know, because maybe Ian beat me, you know, like Leon Edwards took me down, JDM took me down, so, you know, maybe Ian Gary took me down one time, maybe he's think like, it's gonna be easy, but, you know, when I fought these guys, I even don't care about takedowns, you know, like I said, when JDM took me down, he come to try to take down, I haven't tried to defend, I just open my arms and smile like he.
Thank you all for tuning in to today's comprehensive combat sports breakdown. We truly appreciate your continued support. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss your daily dose of MMA news. What do you think the future holds for Conor McGregor if he fulfills his contract and tests the open market as a completely free agent? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and we will see you tomorrow.